Manufacturing, the nation's largest national laboratory and New Mexico's flagship university, have just expanded their commitment to work together that impacts and redefines the future of science, engineering, and national security. Here with more on the agreement, all the details. It was signed yesterday, by the way, and what it means for both institutions are Joe Cecchi, Dean of the School of Engineering, and Rob Leland, Vice President for Science and Technology at Sandia National Labs. Good to have you both, gentlemen.
Thank you, Adam.
So let's talk about this. Let's start by finding out what the agreement actually means. How did it come to be, and what does it actually do between both Sandia National Labs and the university?
Well, of course, we've worked with UNM for a long time, and we've decided, actually, as part of a broader coalition, to work more strategically with a small set of universities across the country to help define the future of science and engineering, in our case for national security. And we were delighted to have UNM as part of that coalition. And
UNM's a pretty good company too, some big universities, right, that are included in that?
That's right. Illinois, Purdue, Georgia Tech, and Texas as well.
Joe, what does it mean for UNM?
Well, it means several things, Adam. I think it certainly is an endorsement of the good things we've done together in the past. And it's basically a mandate from the leadership of both organizations, President Holmert and President Frank, to forge ahead and take it to the next level. I think we've had a lot of joint research together. We've had joint faculty appointments in Sandia staff, a great many students involved, and I think we're going to do much more of it in the future. We've learned a lot over the past 30 years, and that's what we're going to apply.
It's got to be pretty encouraging, pretty exciting too for students who are involved in this program, right? Because it impacts their future as well.
Absolutely. It's great opportunities for students at all levels, in bachelor and master's and PhD levels, and many of the things in the lab get taken out and commercialized, and the students are part of that, and they get to see that whole range of activities that bring things to the market.
It's a neat hands-on approach. What types of research or discoveries do you anticipate could happen from the agreement? Anything off the top of your head that you can think of, or maybe happening now?
Well, of course, it's always difficult to predict the specific outcome of research, but we know the areas that we'll be working in, and we'll be emphasizing computer and information sciences, which is very relevant to IT that we're all familiar with, quantum information sciences, what's possible down at the atomic scale, biosciences, that's very relevant to disease and biothreats, energy and water work. So it's quite a broad array of topics, but we've down-selected to the things that we think will be most relevant to national security in our case, and relevant to UNM's purposes in their case.
And maybe not just things that might impact national security, but might also impact national health as well. I mean, potentially, right? I mean, there are discoveries that are yet to be made too in that area.
Yes, absolutely. One of the labs we have is the lab for nanomedicine. I think you just had shots of that up, and that's a very good example of the collaboration. It involves, on our side, Professor Jeff Brinker. He was the first joint appointment. Jeff is also a Sandia Fellow. One of only 4, I think, Rob?
That's correct. Yes.
And he's well known for making very small particles on the nanoscale. That's a very tiny dimension, much smaller than cells and everything else. And he has come up with something called a protocell. It mimics a cell, and the research going on in that laboratory is collaborative with the School of Medicine, with Professor Cheryl Willman, who's the head of the Cancer Center. And it involves packing therapeutics that fight cancer into these small protocells, and then putting on the outside of the protocell certain molecules that target the cancerous cells. It's highly specific and delivers a big dose.
It's fascinating. Good for science, technology, engineering, and math, and good for UNM, good for Sandia National Labs. We have a recap, by the way, online at KRQE.com if you'd like to see the full story. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the information. We'll be right back.